Hi friends, it's Kiki Garcia. Before I start talking about what I plan to talk about today, first of all, I have to say thank you so much for everyone who reached out after my last video about control and how not everything is in our control. And you have to realize that, especially when your parents are sick. There's some things that are just going to happen no matter what you do. So I just want to thank everyone who's reached out because it really does mean a lot. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we were going through a year ago. So my mom passed away on February 5th of 2020. And it is January 20th. And this was kind of, I don't want to say the beginning, but it was kind of, I guess you would say the pinnacle of everything that happened with my mom and her sickness. And I'll take you back a little bit. In July of 2019, my mom realized that her back hurt. And she had thought that she lifted a box wrong. She worked part-time at a thrift shop and she thought maybe she picked up a box wrong and hurt her or tweaked her back a little bit, something like that. About a year before that, she did get a lump removed from her breast and everything was fine. There was no cancer that was found, nothing like that. So she went through the winter with her back always hurting. I remember the last time we were at Marshall's, I remember seeing her rubbing her back. And for some reason in my head, watching her rub her back from far away, I thought this was the last time we were going to be at Marshall's together. I don't know why I would think that, but I did. I knew. I knew that something was wrong. So on the 13th of January, my sister came to Cape Cod and took her to go get an MRI because nothing was working. The Aspercreme, the heating pad, nothing was making her back feel better. So finally she had the MRI and it turned out she had some fractured vertebrae. So she did have to have an operation, which they repaired some of them. There were a lot though. There was, I believe, 4 or 5, and they repaired maybe 2 or 3. And we thought everything was going to be okay, but what happened was the cancer metastasized in her back, and we didn't know that. And they did do a biopsy when they had her in surgery, and they did refer her to an oncologist, and then that was it. But I've noticed all I've been doing this past week or so is just looking at the calendar because I keep reliving where I was a year ago. I was here at the house. My mom's surgery was the 21st, so it would be tomorrow. I remember we were anticipating it. We were glad because we thought it was going to be a fix and that she was going to have her surgery and everything was going to be fine. I don't think any of us really thought, oh, this isn't going to work. Of course we thought it was going to work. Surgery always works, right? But it doesn't. And my mom had her surgery on the 21st of January 2020, and then she passed away 2 weeks later on the 5th of February. And all I do all day is remember where I was last year, what we were doing. We were all here and what was happening. And I also noticed with reliving things with my dad, because today it's four weeks since he passed away. And that's all I'm doing is just going over what we did, what happened in the hospital. a day or two ago, I was just so angry at myself because I couldn't remember where I was when he was getting his pacemaker. I know I was at the hospital. I know it was the first time he was there. And I remember walking with him next to his stretcher um, down to the operating room. And then I just don't really remember after that. And I kind of kick myself and try to rack my brain trying to remember. And I can't. And it gets very frustrating and I feel heartbroken all over again. I feel like I'm not being a good daughter because I can't remember every little thing that happened while he was in the hospital. And I feel bad. But with talking to people, I've realized through my bereavement group that this is something that happens, that you do go over it over and over again. But I think it's good to talk about it. And I think sometimes when we're grieving, we don't want to talk to people. And I think that's important because in the end, we're all going to lose our parents. And unfortunately, and we're all going to go through this. And I think if we could help each other, I think it's better to help each other and to be there for each other than to just suffer alone. So if you are watching this video and you lost your parents and you are beating yourself up because you can't remember every single little thing that happened, just know I'm here. There's other people here, and if you need to talk, I would love to hear from you because honestly, I would love to talk about it too. I think in talking, we realize that we're not alone. And I don't need to be beating myself up every minute because I can't remember every single little thing that happened. I want to because I miss my dad so much. And I miss my mom so much. But some things your mind, as a coping mechanism, protection, blocks out. And that's okay too. So yeah, the next couple of weeks I suspect are going to be very difficult because not only am I grieving my dad, but I'm reliving all the final 2 weeks of my mom. And it's going to be a lot of looking in the calendar. And, you know, I really suggest if you are going through this, write stuff down. With my mom, we had a notebook that we all used, and we have the calendar. I remember sitting down with my calendar, the calendar after my mom passed away with my dad, writing things down because he couldn't remember. It was all a blur to him, and I remember thinking, Dad, how can you not remember? But that's exactly what happened. You just can't remember. So just remember, write things down. Don't beat yourself up. And if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. There's other people. We could form our own group. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me anytime. You can send me a message on my video. You can email me. It's very easy. It's kikigarcia26@gmail. And we can help each other. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.